The Shroud of Turin is one of the most mysterious and debated artifacts in the world. This ancient linen cloth bears the faint image of a man who appears to have been crucified, with wounds that match the descriptions of Jesus Christ's suffering. For centuries, people have asked the same questions. Is the shroud real? Is it truly the burial cloth of Jesus, or is it a medieval forgery? Why does it continue to draw the interest of scientists, believers, and skeptics even today? If you believe in God and Jesus, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. In this video, we will dive deep into the history, science, and ongoing debates surrounding the Shroud of Turin. We will look at the latest research, the powerful stories connected to it, and why this cloth has become a symbol of faith, hope, and mystery for millions around the world. The earliest clear mention of the Shroud of Turin comes from the 14th century in France, in a small village called Lirey. A knight named Geoffroy de Charny displayed the shroud in a church there, and many came to see it. But stories claim the cloth existed long before this, passed through secret channels during the Crusades or hidden away to protect it during wars. Some believe it was once in Constantinople before the city fell in 1204, possibly taken by a crusader who brought it to Europe. Christian tradition teaches that after Jesus died on the cross, his body was taken down and wrapped in a linen cloth before being placed in a tomb. The Gospels mention this burial cloth, but they do not describe its appearance in detail. This leaves room for the possibility that the Shroud of Turin could be that very cloth, preserved across centuries despite war, fire, and human conflict. After its appearance in Lirey, the shroud was acquired by the House of Savoy, a powerful royal family in Europe. They kept the shroud in Chambéry, France, where it survived a fire in 1532. The cloth was damaged, and burn marks and water stains became part of its story. In 1578, the shroud was moved to Turin, Italy, to its current home, where it is kept in the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. Throughout wars, changes in power, and global conflicts, the shroud has remained in Turin, hidden and displayed at different times, drawing pilgrims and researchers from around the world. Looking at the shroud, you will see a faint sepia-colored image of a man with long hair, a beard, and wounds on his hands, feet, and side. The image appears to show bloodstains around the head, which many believe are from a crown of thorns, along with scourge marks on the back and shoulders. The shroud's image has deeply influenced Christian art throughout history, shaping how painters, sculptors, and believers visualize Jesus' suffering and death. It has become more than just a piece of cloth. It is seen by many as a symbol of Jesus' love, sacrifice, and resurrection. In 1898, Secondo Pia, an Italian photographer, was allowed to photograph the shroud. When he developed the photographic negative, he was shocked to see a clear and detailed image of a man's face and body appear, much clearer than what could be seen on the cloth with the naked eye. This discovery led to the theory that the shroud's image is like a photographic negative, an idea that fascinated scientists and believers alike. How could a cloth from the medieval period, before photography existed, produce an image with such properties? In 1988, a significant scientific test was conducted on the shroud using radiocarbon dating. Small samples of the linen were taken and tested by laboratories in Zurich, Oxford, and Tucson. The results dated the cloth to between 1260 and 1390 AD, leading many to believe that the shroud was a medieval creation and not from the time of Jesus. However, this test sparked debate and controversy. Some researchers argued that the samples tested came from a section that was repaired during the Middle Ages, not from the original cloth. Others pointed out that the shroud has been exposed to contamination, handling, smoke, and water damage over the centuries, which could have affected the results. Beyond carbon dating, scientists have used many methods to study the shroud, including ultraviolet light, X-rays, spectroscopy, and digital image processing. These studies have revealed fascinating details. The image on the shroud is not made by paint, dye, or pigment. Instead, it is a discoloration of the top fibers of the linen, and the depth of the image is only a few microns deep. This means the image is extremely shallow, making it difficult to explain using conventional methods. Researchers have also studied the bloodstains on the shroud. Tests have confirmed the presence of blood components, including hemoglobin and serum, suggesting that real blood might have been involved. Some researchers even claim that the blood type on the shroud is AB, a type found frequently in Jewish populations, aligning with the belief that the man on the shroud was Jesus. However, skeptics argue that the stains could have been added later using blood or other substances to create the appearance of wounds. Another interesting aspect is the presence of pollen grains on the shroud. Botanist Max Free identified pollen from plants that grow in the Middle East, including the area around Jerusalem. This has led some to believe that the shroud could have originated in the region where Jesus lived and died, adding another layer of mystery to its history. There are many theories about how the image on the shroud was formed. Some suggest it was created by natural chemical reactions between a decomposing body and the linen cloth, while others propose that it was made using artistic techniques, such as painting or rubbing, to create the appearance of a human figure. A few believe that the image was created by a burst of energy during Jesus' resurrection, leaving a miraculous imprint on the cloth. Despite decades of research and scientific studies, the exact method of the image's creation remains unknown, and this mystery continues to attract scientists, historians, and believers who want to understand the shroud's secrets. The shroud has had a deep impact on art and culture. Many artists have used its image as a reference for depicting Jesus' face and crucifixion wounds. It has inspired books, documentaries, debates, and pilgrimages. For many, the shroud is a symbol of faith and a reminder of Jesus' sacrifice. For others, it is an intriguing historical artifact that challenges our understanding of history and science. Today, the Shroud of Turin continues to be studied using advanced technologies. Researchers use high-resolution photography, 3D modeling, and chemical analysis to learn more without damaging the cloth. New studies are focusing on the image's 3D information, the chemical changes in the linen, and the microscopic structures of the fibers. These methods are helping researchers discover new details and raise new questions about the shroud's origin. Even with modern technology, the shroud remains a mystery. The debates between believers and skeptics continue, each presenting evidence and arguments to support their views. For believers, the shroud is a sign of Jesus' suffering and a connection to his resurrection. For skeptics, it is a fascinating puzzle that represents the complexities of history and faith. The shroud story invites us to think deeply about faith, history, and the search for truth. It challenges us to look beyond what we see and to explore the deeper questions of life and belief. Whether it is the authentic burial cloth of Jesus or a medieval artifact, the Shroud of Turin holds a place in human history that cannot be ignored. If you are interested in learning more about the shroud, there are many books, documentaries, and research papers that explore its history and science in detail. You can follow the latest research and discussions, join online forums, or visit exhibitions that display replicas and information about the shroud. The mystery of the Shroud of Turin is a journey that connects faith, science, and the human desire to seek answers. It teaches us that some questions remain open, and in these questions, we find the space to reflect on our beliefs, our history, and our place in the world. If you believe in God and Jesus, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thank you for watching. And may you continue to seek truth, wisdom, and faith as you explore the mysteries that shape our lives and our world.